So, yes, that was my ceiling you just saw. So I want to talk about truth. And I want to make it known that truth and facts are usually thrown together as if they're the same thing. But it seems to me that there has to be certain distinctions, especially in order to communicate clearly what we're talking about here. It seems to me that truth and facts are actually two distinct things. Now, while facts are important to truth, they're not the exact same thing. Of course, you need facts for truth, but you also need something else too. You need logic, deduction, theory, commitment. You need your personality as well. You need theory, pretty much. It seems to me that it could be summed up really oversimply, but in a clear manner, that truth is it's like a mixture of facts and theory. If you have theory and then you have facts, put them together and you have truth. That's why a person can say what's true for me is not true for you, and not mean something like this. Yeah, I think this pencil is real, but you probably don't. Or something like, you might think that this pencil is real in my hand, but I don't think it's real in my hand, because what's true for you is not true for me. That probably is not what people mean when they say that, or when people speak in relativistic terms like that. They usually mean more like what you think is moral, I think is immoral, or well, your theory, how you construct your theory, and how you put the facts together is true for you within your paradigm and within your theory. But within my theory and my paradigm, which I think is probably a bit better, it might be equal. The facts fit my theory too. So we both have our theory, and the facts both support our theories. So it seems like what's true for you is true for you, and what's true for me is true for me, even though our conclusions contradict each other. That's not to say that neither side is right, neither side is wrong, because it seems like it's still possible for one side to be more right and the other to be more not right. It's important to think very carefully about it, and not to just assume that when people start thinking relativistically that they're taken into the extreme. That happens a lot when it comes to politics or ideas at all. It's like if you have a little bit of an idea, everyone who doesn't like that idea assumes that you're going to the extreme. So if you're a little culturally relativistic, people assume that you support Hitler because Hitler was popular within his culture, and it fit within his culture for him to be Hitler. So you supported him killing the Jews. It's not the case. It's also like Ayn Rand. If you tell a very hardcore objectivist that you think Kant's better than Rand on some particular issue, then you hate Rand entirely. But if you talk to a progressive and say, Ayn Rand had one idea that was correct, they assume that you agree with everything she said and that you're a fanatic, which of course it's not the case. In almost everything there's moderation. Almost everything there's degree. That's the problem. People don't think in terms of degree enough. And that's when it comes to relativism, that it's literally not extreme. Very rarely is people extreme in things, it seems. Well, extreme in that they take it to a weird direction. Not extreme in terms of what I was talking about in my last video, which is simply being very consistent in everything. But because it seems there's sometimes instances in which a golden mean is necessary. When there's two particular ideas which are decent ideas and it doesn't make sense as to why they should be separate. And it seems very likely that you can synthesize the two ideas together to a better idea, whatever. So yeah, that's what I think. I think subjective truth does not necessarily mean like nihilism. It could simply mean that we have two people with two theories, and they both have facts that back up and make their theories look true. We're not talking about whether or not one is true or not, but they both seem to have truths for themselves that they passionately commit their lives to. So yeah, it's not really a question of facts. In fact, when we're talking about truth, we're not necessarily even talking about facts, because everyone in these two people could all agree that each other's facts are completely factual, real, but still have different truths, because facts and truths are two different things. That's one thing. There's a lot of like very small things, like small differences that people don't see that are very important. You know, like little things like that, that facts and truths are different. And I wish I could come up with another example for equivocations, but yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's it. I don't want to bore you too much.